What's up guys, this is Chris here, and today we're going to be talking about some budget guns. We're going to be going over the 10 best guns under $400. And this is going to be the 2025 edition. So we checked all these prices and made sure you can still find these guys under $400 in 2025. I know it's tough, and if you're in California, you're probably out of luck, but you live in the Midwest like me, gun prices are still relatively affordable, and there is a plethora of amazing guns out there to choose from. Now, this is definitely the golden age of firearms, and there are more firearms than ever under the $400 price point. So I'm here to be your guide through the narrow and treacherous waters of the budget gun to get you guns that you can count on, guns that are reliable and durable, not just a bunch of Turkish garbage. Although there might be one or two Turkish garbage guns on this list. They're not garbage. They're just from Turkey. Now we have a pretty wide variety of firearms on this list as well. If you're looking for self-defense, if you're looking for hunting, if you want to have some fun on the range, or maybe you just want to impress your friends, or even go win a competition, this is a pretty good list to start with. All of these guns have been tested by me. All of them have been shot on my range. Now these are just my opinions, but my opinions are educated opinions, or at least I think they are. I've shot about every firearm on the market, and we've been reviewing firearms now for the past 10 years. Now, before we get into the video, I do want to mention my patron supporters. Thank you guys very much. It's because of you guys we have guns and ammo and cool stuff on the channel. And if you want to support the channel, that's the best way to do it. You guys have been making my channel awesome and the most honest gun content on the internet for almost 10 years, and we really appreciate you. When YouTube demonetized me, when I got deleted, when sponsors wouldn't touch me because I'm just too honest, you guys always help me out, and you continue to, and I appreciate you. If you want to support me, it's the best way to do it. Just go down to the link in the description below. And also in that description is a link to a local shelter in Ames, Iowa. It is a youth shelter. It is the YSS. They are near and dear to my heart, and you guys have been supporting them for the last 10 years as well, so we really appreciate you. And if you want to support them, again, their donate page is in the link of the description of this video and every video. With that being said, let's get right into it with number 10. It's not Turkish garbage, but it is kind of garbage. No, I'm kidding. It is the Kel-Tec Sub-2K. Now I shit on Kel-Tec a lot, and all you Florida guys get mad at me. I understand you get mad at me, but Kel-Tec has some hits and they got a lot of misses. They're like the guy that hits a home run every 50 at bats, you know what I'm saying? And 49 times they strike out, but this right here is the home run. This is the Kel-Tec Sub-2K. This one is actually a Gen 2, but they do make a Generation 3 as well. Sadly, I have them all. This is just the one we grabbed, and it's gonna be even more affordable than the Generation 3. Now, the Kel-Tec Sub-2K has been doing the damn thing and has been Kel-Tec's flagship product, in my opinion, for the last decade or so. It is a 16-inch blowback operated 9mm carbine that folds, as a matter of fact. It folds in half. All you have to do is you push the trigger guard out, and it folds in half just like this, making a relatively good bag gun. It is very reliable, especially for a Kel-Tec, but definitely for a $400 pistol caliber carbine. It takes Glock magazines, which is great, so you have a solid capacity. You have good magazine reliability. A lot of the reliability issues on firearms come from the magazines, so using Glock mags is good, but the best part is the magazines and ammunition will also be just as affordable as the gun. Now, there's some shortcomings to the Generation 2. Number one, if you want to fold it, you can't put an optic on it. The Generation 3 actually folds to the side, which fixes a lot of those issues. Now, the Kel-Tec Sub-2K is at number 10 because it's certainly not the perfect pistol caliber carbine by any means, but it is a pistol caliber carbine, and it is under $400, and honestly, that's pretty hard to find. It's really this or the High Point carbine, or maybe another one, which we'll talk about later. Now, those shortcomings I mentioned are going to be just ergonomic issues. The gun feels pretty rough.
Unpleasant.
The controls are kind of hard to actuate, and the stock is freaking awful. But other than that, it's not bad. Now again, at number 10, because I personally don't like the gun, but I do respect the skills. I appreciate the game that it brings to the table. It's a 16-inch 9mm carbine that works pretty well with a blowback operated system that you can hit stuff at 100 yards, and it takes Glock magazine, so it makes the list. Now in at number 9, we have the Sig P322. The Sig P322 is certainly a gun that makes this list, and in my opinion, a step above the Kel-Tec. This is a solid, durable 22 with a great magazine capacity and is arguably one of the best 22 pistols on the market today. The gun comes with or without a threaded barrel. It has an attachment you can put on there. It comes with a fiber optic front sight with a blacked out rear, an optics mounting system, a really, really good trigger, and instead of all those shitty 22s with 10-round mags that are made in all of these budget European factories, this gun actually comes with two 20-round magazines, which gives you double the capacity of your standard 22. That's very nice, considering they could have done that literally the entire time 22s have existed, and for some reason they just give you that stupid Cali compliant 10-round magazine, so I appreciate the 20s. The grip is really awesome. It feels like a big P365. It has a safety which is really easy to actuate, and overall an absolute solid gun. If you're looking for a 22 pistol, I mean just any 22 pistol in general, this is a good option, but if you're looking for one under 400, it is the best option. Super reliable, super accurate, good capacity, and amazing features. In at number 8, we have the Palmetto State Armory Rock 5.7. Now this is my second favorite 5.7 pistol on the market. And I don't mean like under 400, I mean all together. Like if you gave me this or you gave me an FN 5.7, I know this sounds crazy, especially those guys that play Call of Duty, you guys don't actually shoot, but this gun is literally better than the 5.7 from FN in my personal opinion. This gun has a very smooth action. It comes with a huge capacity of 20 plus rounds in each magazine. The gun is reliable, it's durable, it's extremely accurate. It comes with steel sights and a absolutely phenomenal trigger. In my opinion, this trigger is better than the FN. The only 5.7 on the market that's better than this is the Smith & Wesson, and it's around 600 bucks. So for about $375, this is absolutely a steal. And if you're looking to get into a solid caliber that is good enough for self-defense, but is a lot lighter on recoil than 45 or 40 or even 9mm, the 5.7 is a really good place to start. It shoots flat out to 100 yards, and because it's so thin, you can actually fit more capacity in the magazine than you would 9mm. So instead of getting a 17 round capacity, you get 21 rounds, which is really, really nice. The slide feels really great. It has a really low bore axis. The grip fits your hand awesome. And this gun has been 100% reliable through all of our testing, which is incredible. Not only for a 5.7, but definitely for one under $400.
Man, that's fun to shoot, ain't it?
It is fun, yeah. Now at number 7, we have the Canik TP9 series.
That's damn decent.
It is a phenomenal, budget-minded, striker-fired polymer frame pistol series from Turkey. See, I told you there'd be one on the list. Now, you can get these guns in 3-inch, 4-inch, 5-inch, and you can upgrade and get steel frame models and stuff like that. However, the basic model usually comes in a 4-inch or a 4.5-inch. It has standard steel sights on it, and it has still one of the best triggers money can buy with their pre-cock design system. The magazine capacity for the 4.5 is usually around 17 rounds, which matches anything Glock, Smith, or even Beretta brings to the table, but it does it for less than $400. Extremely accurate guns and extremely reliable. We've had many of them on the channel, and if you're interested in a review of that or any of the guns on the list, you can again search for it on my channel. The TP9 series continues to be one of the best 9mm pistols for less than $400, and it still is in 2025. In at number 6, we have the M&P 1522. This guy is actually an M&P 15 Generation 1, and this guy has seen some shit. You want to see a gun that has a lot of rounds on it and has some experimental parts on it. This is it. I have a couple of these, but I figured I would bring this one out because even when my wife and I, before we were even married, I actually was shooting this gun. I've been a fan of Smith my whole life, and this was one of the first 22 rifles I actually purchased, was the original Generation 1. They have a pistol, they have a Generation 2, they have many versions of this, but this one is mine, sort of like Full Metal Jacket. This one actually has the, this outdates me, this has the Magpul bad lever on it. We have a badass safety on there. We have a Mission First Tactical stock, all of the finest accoutrements of early 2010. BCM angle grip on there, and then we have this rail that I actually think might be from an airsoft gun that I've repurposed, because this was before you could get M-Lock or key mod on a Smith & Wesson M&P 1522. Now, as you can see how much this actually dates me. See those little dick looking slots right there? That's actually key mod, and that was actually pretty cool 10 years ago. Now, the M&P 1522 is toe-to-toe with the Ruger as far as the most reliable 22 out there. The upgrade that the M&P has over the Ruger is going to be the fact that it is in fact an AR platform. So obviously, as you can see, a lot of AR accessories, even for a large AR, will still work on the M&P 22, but the ergonomics will be the exact same. So if you have a standard AR-15 and you want a 22 trainer, you could buy a 22 upper that's probably not going to work, or you could just buy an M&P 2215 for about the same price. It's about 400 bucks, and you could accessorize it the same way, and you could have a 22 long rifle trainer gun that you can practice with for dirt cheap, which is great. Not only is it more affordable, there's less blast, it's extremely quiet. You can use it for small game hunting. You can use it for plinking on the range. You can definitely use it for new shooters. One of the best guns out there for that.
It's like nothing though.
Right?
Like no recoil.
Isn't that the most fun?
Right.
But most of all, it makes a pretty awesome close-up trainer gun for an AR-15 at steel up close because you can shoot it and not get any frag. Overall, a super cool gun, and it definitely makes the list. And at number 5, straight out of the carry rotation, literally the gun I was carrying for this video, we have the standard Bodyguard 2.0. I would not feel unarmed with this. Now, the Bodyguard 2.0 was released last year. This is the standard edition, and this gun can be found for around $350, making it not only one of the best carry pistols under 400, but certainly the best carry pistol in 380 under 400. Small enough to put in your pocket, as you can see right here. You can see it compared to my hand. Light enough to carry all day. Carries 10 rounds in the standard magazine. However, I carry the 12 rounder. That way I have 12 plus 1. It has a front HD sight with a blacked out rear. We have great serrations on the slide, and we have a very, very impressive trigger, especially for a tiny little gun. Very easy to shoot accurately and very easy to shoot fast, which is a big departure from a standard 380 pocket pistol. Now, some of that's the trigger, some of that's the sights, but most of that is actually the grip. Although it's a tiny little gun, you can see it has very little bore axis, which is nice, but it leaves more room for the grip. So even a guy like me with pretty big hands, 6'4", I can still get most of my hand on that grip. Now, not completely, which is why I carry the extended magazine, not just for the capacity, but for a better grip while I'm shooting and a better grip while I'm drawing. I really, really like a good purchase one on the draw. I used to do a lot of combatives back in the day, and the biggest issue for most people in concealed carry situations is just getting the gun out of the holster and getting it in action in the first place. So that's something to consider, and it's nice that it comes with a magazine extension to get a bigger grip. Now, we've shot the shit out of this gun. It's reliable, it's accurate, it's durable, and it's definitely the concealed carry 380 I'd recommend for less than 400 bucks. If you want to step it up from 380, at number 4, we have the absolutely venerable Glock 43X. Now, another personal carry gun of mine, the Glock 43X, is the 3-inch single stack variation of the Glock pistol. Pretty much every feature is the same as the standard big guys, but you just get a single stack 10-round magazine with a 3-inch barrel. The slide is a little bit smaller, and the grip, in my opinion, on the small one is a little bit more ergonomic, and it's one of the most shootable 9mm micro pistols you can get on the market. Comes with that Glock name and track record, extremely reliable and very shootable. The only real downside of the Glock 43X is that it's only a single stack and not a stack and a half like the P365. And you can get them for around 400 bucks, which makes them an extremely good deal, especially for an entry-level concealed carry gun. They have easy magazines to not only find, but they are affordable. The holsters are very easy to find as well, much easier than the Bodyguard 2.0 since it's a much older gun. And even though it's in 9mm and it's very lightweight, the grip is very large, so it's easy to draw and easy to shoot. Striker fired polymer frame, making it easy to use, especially if you're new to guns. And overall, the 43X is kind of the gold standard for micro pistols to this day. Now, in at number 3 is my fudge pick. It's the one that's not quite under 400, but it's real freaking close, and I wanted to put it on here anyway. And that is going to be the Extar EP9. Now, the Extar EP9 Generation 3 with the standard brace comes in at $449. Not under 400, but damn close enough for me to put it on this list. And since there are so few reliable semi-automatic rifles under the $400 price point, I wanted to put this one on the list in case you guys were looking for an option, even though it's about $450.
This is absolutely excellent.
There's not really any ARs under 400 that are worth it, other than maybe the Radical, which we also put under the $300 list. So if you're looking for a solid AR under 400, the Radical is really the only one I'd recommend. And if you're looking for a solid pistol caliber carbine that isn't a Kel-Tec, I would recommend the Extar EP9. Now, the Extar EP9 can be found in multiple variations. This one has a 6-inch barrel, I believe, with the forcing cone, an M-lock rail, Picatinny rail up top, side charging handle, and AR-15 controls. It also is completely polymer, takes Glock magazines, and it is only 3.5 pounds. It is very, very impressive, and I definitely wanted to make it an option for you guys that were looking for a semi-automatic rifle, because it is a significant upgrade, in my opinion, over the Kel-Tec Sub-2K. Now, if you don't want to get a pistol variation, they also make a rifle variant with a 16-inch barrel that is, again, better than the Kel-Tec Sub-2K. I've been running these guns for years, and I've had no reliability or durability issues. Overall, an absolute excellent pistol caliber carbine, and they used to be $300, then they were $400, now they're $450, but I'm still putting it on it. Now, in at number 2, we have Grandpappy's shotgun. I'm serious. This is actually my grandpa's shotgun. This is my Mossberg 500. Now, this one's in 410, but it kind of shows the versatility of the Mossberg 500. The Mossberg 500 is one of the most produced shotguns on the planet. I think it's the second or first these days, and it comes in a wide variety of calibers and configurations. The most affordable ones can certainly be found for under $400. This one included. Now, this one I think is about 40 years old, and I have quite a few rounds through this guy, so it is very, very slick. The newer versions of them may be right around 400. It really depends on what caliber and what barrel length and what features that you get. Now, the Mossberg 500 is extremely reliable and extremely durable. Some of the nice things about it over other standard shotguns are going to be with the tank safety, which makes it great because it's ambi. You can run it left or right sided. It has no real loading gate to it, which is nice as well, so newer shooters don't pinch their thumbs when you are loading the gun. It also runs a little bit more reliable and durable of a system than a standard Remington 870, and the quality control on Mossberg has not decreased as much as Remington over the last 20 years. I've got a vent rib on this with a 22-inch barrel, and mine is chambered in 410, but again, you can find them in 20, 12, or even 16 gauge if you're looking. Now, if you guys want a video on 16 gauge, I've actually got 2 of them, and I wanted to do one at some point, so let me know if you're interested in that in the comment section below. That being said, the Mossberg 500 is not only very versatile in caliber, but you can change the barrels, you can add optics if you want, you can change the stocks if you want, you can do literally anything to it. You could make it a home defense gun, you could make it a bird gun, or you can make it a skeet gun, you could put a rifled slug barrel on it and make it a deer gun. So overall, the reason why it's at number 2 is you can pretty much use it for anything from home defense to shooting moose. Before we get into number 1, I wanted to do a couple of honorable mentions. Number 1 is going to be the Savage 110 rifle. I've got one that's pretty awesome. Mine's in 5.56. If you're looking for a bolt action rifle, I just wanted to mention it. Another gun I wanted to mention is the Ruger RXM. Pretty impressive gun overall. And then finally, I wanted to mention the Beretta APX, which is a pretty good gun. It's ribbed for your pleasure, but I sort of feel like it's not as good as some of the other ones I chose on this list, including number 1, which is going to be probably the pistol I would choose if I only had to pick one gun forever. Maybe it might be the M&P 2.0 Compact. Damn thing can shoot. Incredibly versatile gun, incredibly reliable gun, a 4-inch polymer frame striker fired pistol with a 15-round magazine capacity, which accepts obviously all the other larger magazines. Comes with steel sights, an incredible track record, and unbelievable accuracy, not to mention some of the best texture and probably the most shootable polymer frame pistol on the market. Now, these guns can be found for well less than $400, which makes them extremely impressive considering the reliability and durability and versatility that you get with one of these guns. Now, this one is one of my older versions. We actually left this gun outside for 3 months with a loaded magazine, picked it up and shot the damn thing, and it functioned flawlessly. Now, if you guys have ever been to Iowa and you know Iowa weather and how that can change, that's pretty impressive. Big enough to use for a duty gun if you want, or a competition gun, or even a home defense gun, and it's small enough to concealed carry, being about the same size as the Glock 19, but in my opinion, with significantly better ergonomics, including a better grip angle, a better grip, and the M&P 2.0 trigger is a big upgrade from the Glock pistol, while maintaining all of the same reliability, accuracy, and honestly track record as the Glock. Now, it doesn't have as much military service as the Glock, but it has as much or more law enforcement track record, and on the civilian market, they are legendary. So overall, the M&P 2.0, in my opinion, is the best handgun you can buy under $400. Now, let me know what you think about the best guns under $400, and let me know which ones that you think I missed. Make sure to put your list in the comment section below. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please support our Oklahoma shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.